Hello, my name is Andy D'Amelio. Today we're going to do a video on risk assessment. Risk assessment frequently asked questions. How do I do a risk assessment? What should I include in my risk assessment? When do I need to do a risk assessment? What should my risk assessment cover? Is a risk assessment a legal requirement? So how do I do a risk assessment? I determine the value of your assets. Determine the impact of an incident. How will it affect the business if there's a breach? Identify the threats. Determine what is mission critical. What can I live with? What can I live without? Identify the vulnerabilities. Recommend mitigation steps. How can we reduce our vulnerabilities? Evaluate present security controls. What are we doing today? Document the results. Determine the likelihood of an incident. What do I include in my risk assessment? Include everything, qualitative and quantitative. Qualitative is a subjective evaluation. Quantitative is monetary. Think of quality and quantity. Natural disasters, system failures, accidents, and malicious insiders all lead to risk. Hardware and software controls. What can we afford to have lost and what can we not afford to lose? A budget and a timeline. When do I need to do a risk assessment? At least once a year. When major changes to your software or hardware infrastructure takes place. When significant changes to your personnel have taken place. Whenever a major breach has been reported in the news, you should at least do a review. What should my risk assessment cover? A risk assessment should cover things you can do on-site. A risk assessment should cover those things you have done off-site. Is a risk assessment a legal requirement? That depends. In the medical field, the security rules require you to maintain a security for PII and other medical records. A risk assessment is a good start. PII, remember, personal identifiable information. Certain types of government contracts require security measures to protect information. When in doubt, talk to your company lawyer. Better safe than sorry. So let's talk a little bit about data classification. High classification, if exposed, could be catastrophic for people or the company. Medium, if exposed, could lead to serious injury for people or the company. Low, if exposed, will cause limited or no injury to people or the company. The military uses top secret, and confidential. Data retention. A lot of people forget about data retention. Data and storage is at risk. Assess your backup procedures. Why is backed up data vulnerable? Because when it's out of sight, it's out of mind. You may have forgotten it because it's no longer on the day-to-day network, but hackers have it. Check your data disposal procedures. How do we get rid of data? When is data really gone? It's really gone when it's no longer recoverable. Check it and double check it. Did I tell you to check it? In summary, risk assessment should cover everything, monetary and proprietary. Keep your security assessments up to date. Evaluate and reevaluate. Document everything. Keep track of changes. Remember change management. Be careful of outsourcing. You're putting your security in someone else's hands. Thank you for watching.